All right, so we're going to look at finding inverse equations now. And we'll start with an easy one. It's linear, and then we'll do a quadratic one that's a little harder. So remember, f of x is the same thing as y equals. And when you go to find an inverse function, the first thing you do is switch x and y. So switch x and y. And then you want to do whatever you need to do to solve for y. In this case, it's really simple. You just add 3, and you get x plus 3 is equal to y. And I don't want to get into too many specifics with the notation right now, but I know that you've seen this before. So linear is a function. X minus 3 is a function. If you were to graph it, every x gets 1 y, passes the vertical line test. This is another straight line and positive slope, so all it did is actually just move up. So because this is also a function, you might see it written like this instead of f of x, because it's the inverse, f negative 1 of x equals x plus 3. But using this notation actually means that the inverse is a function. And I don't want you to get too stuck on this. The next one we see, the inverse won't be a function. So I just wanted to point out that this notation, you might see it. It means inverse function. F negative 1 of x means inverse function. The reason you don't always see it with inverse is if the answer is not a function, meaning like a sideways parabola. If that was our answer and it failed the vertical line test, then they would just leave it as y equals. They wouldn't be able to use this notation. It's also why sometimes you might see them say, find the inverse relation. This is going way back, probably to middle school. But relation is just a set of points. It means that it might not be a function. Okay. So all that to say, this is your answer. If you see this, this just means inverse function.